Okay, hello again. I've been looking at GB Boy colours, these really odd Chinese Game Boy knockoffs. They're actually really good. I'm very impressed with them. Yeah, I had a bit of a question about this mystery clicky switch here. It's like a micro switch that you get in under arcade buttons, but really small. That connects to these two wires, side of the board. They go to these two diodes, and that goes back underneath the screen on this side of the board. If you lift this screen off, it's just held down with some sticky pads, then you'll see this little guy sat behind here. All these little points at the bottom of this board that they've just tacked onto the board with that little bit of solder go down to your cartridge points here. So this guy is obviously where all your saved ROMs are, on this chip here. If anyone could figure out how to program it, that would be an amazing leap forward, because then you'd have a built-in flash cart in your Game Boy. That would be like, you'd be the king of everything if you had that. Anyway, yeah, your LCD unit I thought was soldered to the board, but is just connected by this ribbon cable here, which you can't get out of the little block. The tabs don't snap back. It's in there. It's not coming off. So what I'm going to do is desolder that point there, flip this forward a little bit, a couple of millimeters, so I can get to the clock that resides behind it. That's that one there. I've been looking at these chips too on the back. That Sony one there is S-RAM. That I'll leave the chip numbers in the bottom so I don't have to read it out, because that one's loads long. Yeah, you can only really get these from either Sony or one other third-party supplier. So either that third-party supplier or Sony has been supplying these to the good people at Kong Feng to enable piracy to go on, which is really funny, because Sony are utter bastards that way. But yeah. Yeah, the entire organisation, bottom to the top. But I'm not bitter. This one's your CPU here, and I don't know what that is. These two are Kong Feng chips, as is, I think, that one there. I don't know though. That could be taken from a separate company, because it is just like piggybacked onto the board. But these two are definitely Kong Feng chips. They've got KF designations, and I can't find anything about them at all. So that's really good that they've managed to keep them that quiet. This one's a headphone driver. I'll put the number for that down at the bottom. I'll put these numbers there too, just in case stuff ever turns up for those. And as I said, the Sony one's down there. I can't actually read the chip number on this one. It's covered in resin where it's been heated up on the, where the solder points have been heated up on the end. It's covered in little bubbly resin bits, and I don't really want to scrape at it, so I'm going to leave that as it is. But yeah, lifting this screen up was really nice, and finding that, because it meant I could map down to those two wires and find out that this little micro switch, when it's pressed in, the cartridge is in. That means it turns the little thing off at the top, and when it's released, then it's back on again. So when you've got your cartridge in, it doesn't play the ROMs. If you disconnect this micro switch and you put a cartridge in, it'll just read that little thing at the top. That overrides your cartridge. So that's pretty mental. If you wanted to, you could take that out, you could put it inside a Game Boy cartridge, you could play it as a cartridge. I'm sure that would work. So yeah, this is what I know so far about the GB Boy colour. Oh yeah, also one other thing, it has a link port on the side. That's that one there, and it's got components going to that link port. You'll see that here, and the pinout looks to be the same as on your original Game Boy. Pin 1 here is going to ground. You've got 2 pins coming out there, which if we lift up this LCD screen, they go through the board there. So look on this side, they come out here, and they go to your CPU via those resistors, it looks like. So it looks like it's supplying your clock your LSDJ if you like, or your Pokemon trading or whatever. I'm going to try basically linking this up to Arduino Boy. I'm going to power the Arduino Boy separately because this obviously is 2 batteries, it's not 5 volts. So I'm going to see if I can get LSDJ to sync with a regular DMG, also with some MIDI equipment, and see if I can get that working, because that'd be, you know, cherry on the top. I can get that going, because that means this is coming out on tour with me. So with that in mind, I've got an old Sinclair multimeter case. I've, interestingly, well, yeah, again, semi-interestingly, this bit was on the top, and this bit underneath was filled in, so it could be a calculator if they wanted to make a calculator out of it. But this bit was over the top. This had sockets for your multimeter, a 6-position switch here, which I'm going to use in something else because it's really smart. A switch there and another button here, but it didn't work. I really didn't fancy fixing a multimeter because multimeters don't make any sound. It's got a really nice little purple screen, don't know if you can see that. So I'm going to put a row of LEDs behind that for the Arduino Boy, so I'll blink through that really nicely, and I've got a little board that I'm making up for the Arduino there, optocouple on the end, waiting for the Arduino to come in the post. It'll probably come on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or whenever I least want it. So yeah, that's going to be my case for my powered Arduino Boy. Does have space for a 9-volt battery and a regulator in the back there, so that'll be sweet. Yeah, so hopefully GB Boy Color will be making sweet music with the DMG soon. Watch this space for that kind of thing. I will keep having a poke at this, seeing what else I can mod. Obviously I want to put a variable clock in. I don't think I really want to pro sound it because it's got a voice, you know, that's quite good. Not like on the voice, you know, it's got a voice. But yeah, we'll see if we can mod this out, make it really nice. Might have a go at the audio stage a little bit, but yeah, I think these are really nice. You should buy loads of them because the guy who sells them is really nice. And yeah, the address on the package makes me think he lives in a cupboard. So buy loads of GB Boy colours, and let's get him somewhere nice. Right, see you in a bit, guys. I've been talking for too long. You got better things to do. Go outside, smell the flowers, etc.